cheese and all the bread up on my plate. Steady looking fresh while I be headed to the bank. And all my homies dead, I think it's time to celebrate. La la la, everybody wanna be like me, cause I eat real good like I'm B.I.G. Hey, chopper gon' chop like it's Miyagi. Said that she wanna fuck, I need a C.I.D. Woo! And when I walk in, people know what's up. They get to talking all up on my nuts. Like, hey, what's poppin'? Why you actin' sus? Boy, run those pockets, try and call my bluff. Touchdown in Mexico, like donde está los sexy hoes. I blow more gas than a Texaco. In love with the ice, we're the Eskimos. Now let me go, you know I get the best of those. I wrestle hoes, they suck up on my testicles. My life is a movie, not an episode. My bitch kinda groovy, turn the decibels up. And bury me with bitches by my side, cause I swear that when I die I'm taking everything that's mine. All the girls and the guys with their eyes on the prize who can never get a dime. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Stacking all the cheese and all the bread up on my plate. Steady looking fresh while I be headed to the bank. And all my homies dead, I think it's time to celebrate. La la la, everybody wanna be like me, cause I eat real good like I'm B.I.G. Hey, chopper gon' chop like it's Miyagi. Said that she wanna fuck, I need a C.I.D. Woo! And when I walk in, people know what's up. They get to talking all up on my nuts. Like, hey, what's poppin'? Why you actin' sus? Boy, run those pockets, try and call my bluff. Trendsetter, big bag getter, drip down, gonna need an umbrella. Get set up, shawty be the meta. Huh, little boy should've known better. Backhand that bitch with my ice on. I took pics of it on my Nikon. Talked my shit like this with the mic on. Now they treat me like I'm an icon. Maybe cause I am, maybe people need me, that's a shot to Uncle Sam. Who else would they copy and talk about on the gram? Steady with your jocking and stalking and you a fan, nah, nah, nah. Touchdown in Mexico, like donde está los sexy hoes. I blow more gas than a Texaco. In love with the ice, we're the Eskimos. Now let me go, you know I get the best of those. I wrestle hoes, they suck up on my testicles. My life is a movie, not an episode. My bitch kinda groovy, turn the decibels up. I blow more gas. Touchdown in Mexico, like donde está los sexy hoes. I blow more gas than a Texaco. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Stacking all the cheese and all the bread up on my plate. Steady looking fresh while I be headed to the bank. And all my homies dead, I think it's time to celebrate. La la la, everybody wanna be like me, cause I eat real good like I'm B.I.G. Hey, chopper gon' chop like it's Miyagi. Said that she wanna fuck, I need a C.I.D. Woo! And when I walk in, people know what's up. They get to talking all up on my nuts. Like, hey, what's poppin'? Why you actin' sus? Boy, run the...
Sorry for the sudden interruption, but it's time to play some Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. It's gonna be weird. I haven't played this game yet. We're gonna see what happens. So
slowly sun.
hold on. Not that song can't be played because I'm gonna get. There we go. I think this song is okay. So, you don't like the emojis? Me neither. Alright, so we're gonna be playing Doki Doki Plus. Am I gonna get traumatized? Probably. Actually, there's probably gonna be music in the game, so we don't need music for this one. We're gonna do this. Hold on. Alright. All characters in this game are over the age of 18. Thank God, because if not, then the internet is fucked up place. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Okay. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. I don't care. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in a settings menu in any time. Contains spoilers. Hopefully you all know what happens in Doki Doki. I don't want to spoil anything just in case you haven't, but yeah, we're not gonna be having any content warnings. Wait, that could be bad. Playing Doki Doki. How do I go back? How do I go back? Hold on. Okay, I agree. Oh, damn. That's a second warning. Oh, I won't have a positive experience. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. I gotta turn down the volume. There we go. Enable content warnings. Just in case, you know? I played this game before, so I should have a... I do not have it. We're gonna play Doki Doki. Axel. You aren't just gonna play Axel. Okay, we're doing this. Hey! I see an annoying girl! Annoying! Running toward me from the distance. Waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting out. Or if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Ha ha. Why is she laughing? I overslept again. Yeah, I can tell, Sayori. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Wait, should I make a voice for this? Should I make a voice for all the characters? Damn, should I make a voice for all the characters? Hold on. I don't know. I imagine we are, but what if I don't want? What? Let's check. What the fuck was that noise? You see that, like, are you thinking about ignoring me? That's me, Axel. Well, the people stare at you for acting weird, and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, sorry. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we drive near the street, become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Axel, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any club. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I should make a voice? Oh no. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I just basically go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me. when I'm perfectly content on the getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I'm basically the same except that I don't watch anime. I'm not a fucking weeb. Instead, I spend my time playing games and playing games. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. That is very kind, but you are a fictional character in a video game, so I have no emotions towards you. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a me in a few years because you're not used to it. What the fuck is a me? Give me a second. The fuck is a me? Not in education, employment, or training. Oh. Damn. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Look at a few clubs that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you will try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Man, voices are not... Why do I get myself to get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Alright, let's do this. Today, the school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. As I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sarah wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sarah must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. What the fuck? Why is she such a bully? That's so mean. You don't need to wear her for me if it makes you... It's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... You know what? Well, I thought you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? I could have told the club yesterday I would bring in my own number. And not to make cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or she's so... I thought that said... Or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I'm gonna make series here that I don't really like. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Wait, no, that's me. Alright, so I'm not checking that much on chat because I'm kind of updating similar. It's mainly focused on reading, so yeah. So bear with me here. I'm not checking them. Yes! Let's go! Alright, and thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, after a selection of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Give me a second. There we go. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you I don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. I'll go into the lyric. You know what? I'm not gonna do a voice for any of them. I'm gonna make everyone sound as monotone as possible. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Axel, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me from this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. A first-year student at a high school. At least in America. I don't know about anime land. Is 14 years old. So, that's a little bit fishy. But apparently she's 18, so I guess she's just that dumb. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Siri says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. Again? Wait. Hold on. Axel, Monica smiles sweetly. Okay, thank God. That scared me for a second. I was like, do they know my gameplay of the last Doki Doki game? Is that possible? But no, we do know each other. We really talked, but we were the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having a smile at me feels so genuinely, feels a little. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Axel. We made a room for you at the table. You can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how that makes him feel well. Monotone voice. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri welcome you to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the plate out the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing. Little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Terry grabs one first, then Monica, then I follow. It's delicious. She walks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thinking me? It sounds like I kinda heard this singer before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did too. He said, well, maybe. but not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. Okay then. So I guess Natsuki is a tsundere? Wait, hold on. All the characters represent a different dere. That makes a lot of sense. Which one is Monica and Yuri? Because they both... I'll think about it later. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes, I hate tea. I don't like it at all. Not good. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically jacked here by slavery. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, so you seem really happy with stuff. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As the president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Pretty cool. Monica, I'm surprised. You haven't decided to start your own club. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. I hate politics. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather much take something that I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. God, I'm dying. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. But I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Axel, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. /HJ, anyone? Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about your Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. What? My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. It's like a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eye lights up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But a story makes me think. or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's alright, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do here is just as cute as you are. Sirius lights up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders. I am not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. That's a lot of... Fuck. I'm not good with reading quickly, and I want to read quickly so I can get to the juicy bits. You must be willing to open up to your readers' experience. I already read this. Do you have any experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set us an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Axel? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one more problem. What's that? As we go back with the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. What the fuck is wrong with me? Siri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls back at me stare back at me with dejected eyes. They look disappointed. What the? The birds. They got so scared. Sorry about that. Now fucking bless me, chat. Bless me. Say bless you in the chat. And fuck, I don't know. I'm not sneezing. But I'm sorry. I thought Axel, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sierra wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. That was funny. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to their next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Axel, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety wheeling up inside me. Welling. I can't speak. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Axel, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stay after school for the clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. When is Sayori gonna fucking do it? The whole way my mind wanders back and forth. I skipped something. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. There we go. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Let's fucking do it. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. That's fun. Alright. So we gotta just choose specific words in order to make one of the girls like me a little bit more. Alright. Let's do this. Fluffy. Boop. Melody. Depression. Wait. Incapable. Secretive. Bunny. Suicide. Oh no. Inferno. Poof. Sugar. Marriage. Cage. Pink. Doki Doki. Tenacious kiss. Lust. Nibble. Sticky. That was fun. That was very fun. Just yelling words. My parents could probably hear me. They're like, why is he yelling Doki Doki or lust? Hi again, Axel. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. I always do that. Someone tells me to buy Nitro, and I say, yes, I will buy them Nitro. Someday. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. When I'm back at the literature club, I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Axel. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive head first into literature when you're not most accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you don't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't even know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Axel always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He always helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. What the fuck? This is so. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Axel can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Have me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. And have you ever thought? I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Let's do this. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. This is great practice for me talking to women in high school, because they'll definitely act like this. There's no way that women in high school act any different than 18-year-old girls who are supposedly in their first year. What the? I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. I'm speedrunning, reading, but the difference is I'm not cheating. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh. Holy fuck. Hold on. Fucking dad. Hold on. We'll be back shortly, just give me a second. Parents are bitches. She seems to be my best thing. There we go. Now it's a window. So I can now see my OBS file. I'm streaming. Alright, give me a second. And we're back. I guess everyone left. That's fine. I'm just gonna bring them back by tweeting out. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in here? Freaking Monica. Freaking? What's that language, buddy? She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki lights a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah. Sometimes manga's one of those things where you just can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand, then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard in my life. That means it's probably either way out my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I tell you one thing, Axel. Considering this a lesson, straight from the literature club, don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Yeah, why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Yeah, don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry, I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can hear her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends at high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is just about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get all into all their backstories and when the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so. That's really what makes it so good. I cannot talk for the life of me. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Oh no, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since I cannot speak for the life of me. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Haha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. That is true. You know, like collecting fucking swords. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? This scene. This scene is what really sold me into Natsuki. I love her so much. She's my favorite out of the 4. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that, if you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I couldn't ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Yeah, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I can't feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, I'm here, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Aha! Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Haha! I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori's my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finished this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement, which perfectly describes how I am speaking for Natsuki in this game play. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that for Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. Just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you look pretty cozy over there. Haha. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slays herself a foot away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it to Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I said it because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. If it gets spent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? You never know. Or dropping frames like it's flies. Alright then, I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, and I carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember how to write a poem? Oh, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. I did. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I'd never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Wait, fuck, I forgot to read one. I can already see Monica's pristine hair running from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Axel. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Axel. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? If that's sort of barrier, we'll all learn to get past it. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Axel. Really. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. I know. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than just a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. Should I say that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. And that's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles. It'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.